Good morning, everyone. Well, it's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. And it's a very exciting day for the Warren community, the Rhode Island food system, and most of all, for these entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are in the process of launching 30 new businesses for Rhode Island, and starting at Hope and Main. So welcome to the many people who have made this possible and who are here today. We have Senator Jack Reed, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Daniel Beaudet from the USDA, many officials from the town of Warren, the board of Hope and Main, and many other distinguished guests whose steadfast dedication and passion have helped grow and build our Rhode Island food system.
I'm delighted to be here. I want to recognize my colleagues in government, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who has worked side by side with me on this effort, and so many more to empower local businesses here in Rhode Island to grow our economy. And I also want to recognize the distinguished members of the Town Council, Chris Stanley, David Farish, Scott Lyle, Catherine Tatry, and Joe DiPasquale. Thank you for your leadership, ladies and gentlemen. This is yes, please. Struck me how fitting this name is. Hope is the motto of Rhode Island. It's our highest aspiration. And what we want to do is really bring hope to Main Street, so that every small business person, everybody in Rhode Island have a sense the future is going to be better because we're working together to create jobs, to build an economy. Because the Hope in Maine is one of the examples of how we're doing this. A laboratory incubator for new ideas, entrepreneurial activity, which in this food economy is one of the strongest growing aspects of our Rhode Island economy. So this is a great place. But I have to stop right now here and really give credit where credit is due, because the driving force, the visionary behind this is Lisa Raiola. Yes. People have the kind of vision Lisa had. Even fewer have the determination, the persistence, and the ability to navigate all these different levels of government, of private enterprise, of entrepreneurial activity, of the education community. So we are here today, really, Lisa, because of what you've done and what you'll continue to do. And it's going to make a lasting impression, not only in this community, but the whole state. Because the farm economy, the food economy, with restaurants, with local farming, is just taking off. And we are going to be, we already are, famous throughout the nation and the world because of our restaurants, our food, and our farms. And we're going to add to this with this incubator. This is going to be the laboratory for new products that will be distributed across the country. And I'm simply here to say it was a pleasure working with you, participating with you, and your colleagues, and thank you for what you've done. Good luck, Hope in Maine. Thank you.
As Jack pointed out, I think Rhode Island has the best food per capita of any state in the country going away. If you're from Italy, or if you're from France, and you want to debate that with me, I'm willing to maybe consider that debate, but if you're from some other U.S. state, forget about it. You're not even in the hunt. We are really, it is a great local industry. We take pride in it. And as it becomes a stronger part of our economy, I think we're just going to see this grow and grow. I remember this. I cheated and went upstairs and walked through the new culinary facilities, and they are wonderful. I mean, my cooking is basically limited to tea and peanut butter sandwiches. And even I wanted to do stuff with all of that equipment up. Support to the members of the City Council. President Stanley is here. Thank you for your relentless support of this project, and Godspeed and good wishes.
The congressional delegation, Senators Reed and Whitehouse. We're a federal agency. We're an instrumentality of the budgetary process, and without the support of Congress, we don't exist. And the programs that we have, which are in lending, are very important to these types of ventures. If you think you could have got a bank to step into this with the constraints that they have and the protocols they have to meet, it just wouldn't have happened. Only really government is going to be able to support this kind of project without investors involved and with the risk that's associated with it. It's really time to reflect on how much effort truly goes, human effort goes into doing something like this, and how much human effort is going to be involved in keeping it going. Ventures like this don't have a high success rate. It's going to take continued effort to make sure that this center gets supported, that the economics are here, so this venture center continues for the next generation, and is going to be a part of agriculture here and can support the existence of local agriculture into the future.
Continued until we now have something in front of us that is extraordinarily successful, and I have no doubt is going to bring great things to the town of Warren. You're sitting at basically ground zero, I think, of a new revolution, not just for the town, but for the entire state. These people behind me have ideas and have worked and shaped them and tested them, and now they have something that's going to be extraordinarily successful. And it's going to whet the palates of not just the people in Warren and the people around, but I would gather around the nation. And you're going to see something to develop, and people are going to start to turn little labels of jars, and it's going to make me absolutely proud. And you should be proud as well that it's going to be stamped on the back, most likely, Hope and Main, made in Warren, Rhode Island. And that is something that we have struggled for many years to help bring people to this town. It's a perfect destination. We rest between Providence and Newport. Why not here? And visit, explore, take tours, and things will grow and develop and only get better from here. So I thank you very much. God bless.
Good morning, everybody. Isn't this an amazing day? I want to thank Lisa for asking me to represent this great group of people behind me. It's my pleasure. We have varied stories of how we got here, but I think our journey is pretty much the same. Working hard, having great products, but facing a lot of obstacles and needing something like Hope and Main to really get us going forward. We're passionate about our products. We've worked hard to get them to where they are today, and now we will be going into, as other people said, the world market. In my research, one day a pop-up came on, and it said, a survey about an incubator kitchen in Warren. I was so excited, I applied immediately. And Lisa, I think I was the first one. It was very exciting. That was in 2009, I believe. Here we are in 2014, and it's taken us that long to get here. But we are here. And I joked with Lisa recently and said, it wasn't Hope and Main back in those days, it was Hope and Maybe. But we are here. We have wonderful food companies behind us, and we've been welcomed into a community. I have to tell you, the food industry in Rhode Island is not only great, it's warm, it has heart, and they've welcomed us with open arms, and it's just been so exciting. We have Brant Eckert of Pastiche as our mentor. We're bakers. He was our idol. We came down to Warren on a hot summer night, and we came into the room. We were all nervous, and he said, I'm so nervous. And I was like, this is going to be good. He cares. And that's because collectively, we are bringing in hundreds of jobs. You're here. You put your faith and trust in us. We will not let you down, Lisa. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone, all of our distinguished guests and friends and neighbors. Thank you for coming to Hope and Main. We are here, Rhode Island, to make food your business. It's a simple idea, but one that has not been easy to achieve. Many people have worked countless hours over these past months and years to make this happen for all of you. Thank you to Senator Reid and to Senator Whitehouse for being here today and running this marathon with us from that long ago starting line, so long ago, in fact, that there was actually talk of an earmark for Open Maine. That defines the distant past, let me tell you. USDA, what can I say about the USDA? They had the audacity to finance this $3 million venture in support of local food and local jobs. And it's a funny thing about a local food job, you cannot export it to China. At the groundbreaking, I scared the USDA. I scared the brass there when I said that I plan to hug an entire federal agency. But I haven't figured out how to do that yet, and what I have developed is a cheer for the USDA. I have. And here's how it's going to go. When I say U.S., you say DA. Are you ready? U.S. DA. U.S. DA. U.S. DA. All right. Well, I hope that someone was recording that for Tom Vilsack, because I'm going to embed that video in my next grant application. And you cannot fail if you do not quit. Sometimes it's just one person who believes in you and that keeps you going. For me, that's my husband, Waterman Brown. Some people know him as just Waterman. He's like Cher or Madonna. They know him like just how he only needs one name. And for the longest time, our two greatest fears were, number one, that this project was not going to happen, and number two, that this project was going to happen. Rhode Island is the perfect size to help a small business reach scale, a small food business reach scale. If 1 million Rhode Islanders eat 1 million of Matt's Magic Brownies, a lot of good things are going to happen. It's not what you're thinking. The magic is the love. Eat a brownie, create a job. You tell me if that's not the best jobs plan in the country. Support of the people of Warren, Hope, and Maine would not be here. And what is their reward for their persistence? How about 30 new businesses arriving on Main Street with still more to come? From this moment forward, life in Warren will be a series of snacks. And I suggest that you get in on the ground floor before a flat on the Thames in London costs less than a converted garage on Water Street in Warren. These are my predictions, and you heard it here first. Rhode Island will be the food state, and Warren will be its tasty capital. Finally, I want to thank and praise the Executive Director for Operations at Hope and Maine, Julie Nahas. Our architect, Greg Spies. Track builders. And perhaps most of all, our incredibly hardworking board. You know, the food always tastes better and it's more nourishing when it's prepared by someone who really cares. 5 years ago, all we had was a recipe, but it was the board, it was this board that prepared it. And believe me, you can taste the difference. They gave of themselves, they toiled over a hot stove for the sake of all the good things that this project stands for. How lucky we are to sit down at their table now to enjoy what they have prepared for us. So like my grandmother used to say, don't eat too fast, chew your food, and savor the moment. We plan to be here for a long time, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank each of you. We are not cutting a ribbon to give people access to our kitchens. We are cutting this ribbon to give the community access to our cooks.